Hello and welcome to the CanWax Creative Space. My name is SJ. I'm an owner here at CanWax and your guide for today's video. Did you know you can create value for money when a candle burns for a long time? I mean, there's nothing worse than spending good money on a candle and have it burn away too fast. Maximizing the burn time of a candle is a great way to build a customer confidence and bring them back for more. So how do you know how long a candle you made is going to burn? How do you tell your customers this? Let me show you how. Firstly, let's define burn time. Burn time is a term used to indicate the length of time a candle will typically burn until all the wax is used under normal circumstances. It is often listed on the label of a candle, like on this fake label here. There are many factors that can affect the burn time, such as the type of wax. Is it soy or paraffin? Like two candles the same size might burn differently. Soy tends to burn slower than paraffin. The size of the jar, of course. The size of the wick you've used. The fragrance and how much of it you used. Is there any color or not? And most importantly, user behavior. Did the customer follow the burning instructions, or maybe the candle was placed in a drafty location and the flame was fueled and it burnt off more wax than normal. If after you have determined the burn time and you change any of the factors, you may need to do a new burn test. We're now going to show you how to test a candle you may have made to determine the burn time. We will also discuss how you can increase this burn time. One method of calculating burn time is to burn the candle as if you were the consumer. As you may know, a candle should be burned for 1 hour for every 1 inch of diameter. For example, a candle that is 2.5 inches across should be burned for at least 2.5 hours, especially the first time, as the candle can develop a memory where it will not melt past the initial burn pool. So burn your candle for the allocated hours, extinguish it, and then let the wax set for a few hours, perhaps even overnight, and burn it again. Keep repeating until all the wax is used. Of course, keep track of how long you burn the candle each time. This is a long method. I'm going to show you now a faster way to calculate your burn time. This next bit involves a bit of math, but don't worry, I'll guide you through it. Firstly, we need to know the weight of the wax in the candle. In our demonstration, we are using one of our 270 ml cylinder jars. Now, you may have seen these in our video on how to calculate how much wax you need to melt. If you haven't seen that video, be sure to check it out. A few ways you can do this. Use a similar jar, put it on the scale, and hit the tare button. The scale will show 0 for the jar, and then when we put a new never lit candle on the scale, we'll get the weight of just the wax. Or if you know what the weight of a jar is, just deduct that from the grand total. In our test jar, we have 214 grams of wax.
Sorry everyone, but due to a Canva glitch which prevents me from recording my own voice, Lisa will now be your host. So as we said, our jar has 214 grams of wax. It is not enough to weigh the filled jar before and after. That will tell us how much wax we used but won't allow us measure the ratio of wax used. The next step is to burn the candle. Light the candle and burn for the recommended time, which is 1 hour for every inch in diameter. So in this case, since the jar is 2.5 across, we will burn for about 2.5 hours. We will also assume you have let this candle cure for at least 48 hours so we can get an accurate burn. From time to time during the 2.5 hours I checked on the candle to make sure it was burning evenly with a good melt pool. We have made this candle many times before and are confident in our wick choice. After the 2.5 hours we blew out the candle and took the weight again. Remember, we only want to weigh the wax. This time our weight was 201 grams. Therefore the wax used was 13 grams. Now here comes the math. To recap our method, we have done steps 1 to 4. We are now going to do steps 5 to 7. So in 2.5 hours we burned off 13 grams of wax. Therefore in 1 hour we burned off 5.2 grams. To calculate this, divide 13 by 2.5. Now take the total weight of the original candle, 214 grams, and divide by the 1 hour unit of 5.2 grams. This will give us 41.2 units. So our candle should burn for about 41.2 hours. I would label this approximately 40 hours. So what if you feel your candle is burning too fast? Let's look at how the size of the wick can affect our burn time. Let's look at a typical wick chart published by a wick manufacturer. Each wick has an ROC, rate of consumption. It is measured by how many ounces or grams this wick will burn in 1 hour. The charts that are provided are based on a paraffin wax without fragrance or color. Generally speaking, the stronger the wick, the greater the ROC. If you can go with a slightly smaller wick and therefore a smaller ROC and keep your flame height acceptable and get your melt pool, then you would get a longer burning candle. For example, you could try stepping down to an HTP 104 from an HTP 105. A longer burning candle is a way of adding value to your customer's purchase. Our goal when making candles is to have a flame height appropriate to the size of the candle, and a sufficient melt pool that reaches the sides of the jar and has a depth of about 1/4 to 3/8 of an inch. We also want to maximize our candle burn time and give our customers a great burning candle. We thank you very much for spending your time with us. Please feel free to leave a comment and of course hit the like button to help others see this video. Cheers!